There we go. Now you can hear me. And now you can hear the Master's Toolkit. As always, whenever you start a stream after a while, OBS forgets things. Hang on, I'm just testing some stuff. All right, so welcome. Hello. It's been a while since we've done some CozyForging, which is my chill off Mondays when we're not playing Hellbreakers and we just want to be a little active on the channel, invite people to come in and chat. One thing that I do is use the Master's Toolkit by Arkenforge to recreate maps from the Ptolus book by Monty Cook Games. Today, as our first CozyForging back in a while, and our first CozyForging for 2023, we are going to take a look at the brand new, heavily updated Master's Toolkit, because they've done a huge update that they told me about, and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So we're going to play with it live on stream and put it up on YouTube later. As always, actually, you know what? I'm not as cozy as I want to be. I'm a little chilly. I don't have a hoodie right now. I got one behind me that I'm going to snag. Or a blanket. However, I do have a cup of tea in my in a new mug that I got for Christmas. It has the names of the first 8 Skywalker Star Wars movies. And then when it's warm, it gets an entire full poster for each, which is super cool. All right, if you'll excuse me for a second, I'm going to go and get my cloak. Better. All right, so there is a news release on the Arkenforge website that says New Year, new toolkit, public update v0.4.1.150. Howdy folks, there's a change in the air. After the release of the 0.4.0 and 0.4.1 updates, we got a lot of feedback about the changes we made. It's safe to say that most of them were quite negative, and we agreed with a lot of it. The current 0.4.1.0 toolkit was designed with the wrong ideas in mind. It was a workhorse tool that could let us more easily create our content internally, and it was a tool that could allow new features to be easily added through the hand's simplistic menu system. There's one major thing we didn't design for: the user. We spent all our time building a tool for us that could do the things we wanted it to. We ended up with a UI that we could easily work with since we designed it, but was scary and intimidating to new users and required multiple tutorials to start understanding where to even begin. We've spent the last year fixing that. So Arkenforge says this is going to be easier and more fun for us. Not designers, just users. So they are unveiling the new Master's Toolkit, great new features, but a form that is much easier to use for all users, new and existing. So let's see if this is as easy as they're saying it's going to be. There's a bunch of new tutorials on YouTube that you can check out. And finally, all active and expired trials have been reset. If you weren't a fan of the last version of the toolkit, feel free to jump in and give this one a look. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so we've got a new UI We know. Arkenforge is changing the UI. We've been down this road before. The first thing you'll notice is that there's no main menu. We've moved to a similar system that virtually every other map builder in VTT uses, a side panel. Now all Toolkit functionality and content can be easily accessed from the side panel. So let's take a look at the side panel. Oh, it is up, but it was hiding from me. Here we go. I'm in the way. Oh, my overlay is now wrong for this particular thing, but okay, so we've got a side panel over here and you can't see it. If I collapse it, you can get the icons, but I am covering the words, so I'll just read them out. Collapse, selection, maps, map building, customize, layering, map tools, live play, audio, notes, content, settings, and quit. Content froze a little bit as I moused over it because my computer was like, ooh, let me pull all those assets for you. Ooh, got little pings. Ooh, that was pretty. I mean, that's if we're using the, the virtual. Ooh, look at that ping menu. Alert ping. Cool. Very fun. I like the little dance on them. I haven't actually used the Master's Toolkit as a virtual tabletop. I've only ever used it as a map maker. Hey, Lilandrius. Yes, Master's Toolkit has always been a virtual tabletop. It is something that you can put reactive things into. You can put light sources and animations, and reactive music is one really cool thing, whereas somebody, or even just soundscapes, but like if you move your token closer to the sound, you'll actually hear it like increasing in volume. So it's a very, very cool virtual tabletop, just not one that we've ever used. It's also got this player screen option where you can choose where the players can see and stuff. When you activate a new screen, it will run the toolkit in full screen. You will not be able to turn off a screen once activated until you restart the toolkit. So I'm not going to hit that now. So yeah, we got this lovely side menu that collapses and opens. So if I were to click maps, we've got new map, open, save map. So if we open CozyForging, no, I don't need to save this map that I'm making. So it's pulling up all of our stuff. Here's our warehouse map. Tordenkran's house. Linux Burrow. Yeah, so that's our new thing. It's not on the top anymore, it's all on the left. Save map is new. Contract menu? Yeah, just gets rid of it. And you can expand it like that. But again, my overlay is covering it. Perfect placement. Map building now. This gives us assets, flat color, lights, barriers, eyedropper, and close. Layering, layer stacks, settings. Map tools lets us change the time of day. So Lilandrius, if we were, for example, right here, time of day is right here as well. You could just like bam, night, or bam, day, bam. Ooh, nighttime. Daytime. If I go into this whole menu, yeah, you can change this, change it to morning. Hey, coffee. Yeah, so spooky. You can choose the ambient color. Ooh, that's cool. So like, if we make the ambient color this lovely pink, what happens? Override. Whoa! That was a lot. I'm not certain how you get a crown. Oh, you get a crown by being part of Prime Gaming. Custom dynamic light intensity. Drop shadows. Shadows follow the sun. Lots of cool, like, features that you can do. Here, we're switching into midnight. Alright. Let's go back to midday. Do green light, please. Sure, I can do green light. So if we go here, we go to more options. Yeah. All right. Green light and override. Oh, it's so poisony. Oh, it's so fluorescent. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We got live play. So this gives us the player view, overlays, splash screen. I don't know what a splash screen is. Splash screen. Okay, so like as you're entering, you can set your loading screen. That's cool. You can set your fog of war. You can do your pings, which I love these little pings. Boing. Cool. Of course, the audio. Right now we are playing the just like chill, peaceful playlist. Now it actually does seem just a lot easier to snag stuff already. Ambiences, sound effects palettes, music settings. I've opened all of these things. Notes. What do we got in notes? Oh, okay, so you can. So this is an adventure. And these are the notes. This is the campaign. The Vault of the Living Flame, a 12 to 18 hour adventure. You can change the default color of our notes. And then here is where we've got a bunch of library content. Okay, so yeah, just all the things that we've gotten. If you can do time of day, is there working light sources? Yeah, oh yeah, there's working light sources. You can set the light sources in the objects and they provide light. When we were placing braziers and torches before, those were actually like glowing and stuff. So like if we go down to this fireplace, so let's go to map tools, missing assets, no. Selection, oh, there's content, here's content. Library, so if we do, oh, it didn't like me. Oh, it's because I'm searching cyberpunk, isn't it? I tried to type in light and it was unhappy with me. But it's because I'm searching in these various things. So let's go into just Arkenforge. No. I don't know where any of the things are now. Okay, well, let's go back to their thingy. Oh, hey, I've got my cobblestone selected at least. Let's take a look at the next stuff they're going to talk about. First thing you'll notice is that there's no main menu. Yeah, we figured that out. The hand is gone. So the hand was a programmer's dream. Any option could be added to any of the menus in seconds with a single line of code. If you selected something, you had no state. You had no concept of what its current state was, and you couldn't easily adjust multiple values at once. You can now easily see the values of your selected content without needing to open up 20 different pop-up sliders. It's also much easier now to see all of your available options. So, what does that mean? Let's click a thing. An error has occurred. Autosave has been disabled to preserve the integrity of your map. We recommend restarting the toolkit as the software may not be stable. Oops. Okay. Well, yeah, it looks like this moved a little. Okay, so we're not doing any editing right now, so we can just leave it as is. But so say I go here. Do I go into customize? Oh, so before there used to be the the hand pop-up menu. Oh, now we have all of these. So if I just click on this, yeah, we've got deselect, delete, toggle hidden, toggle locked, toggle grouped, transform options. We can flip horizontal and vertical. We can change this layering. Oh, the layering already is a lot easier. I'm not a huge fan of that light green, but I do think you can change that in your accessibility options. But yeah, just this is so much easier than going into all of those layers. Transforms, color options, blocking, tiled content, effects, and animation. And then if we go into here, where we saw this little one over here, it's a magic wand. It says customize. It brings out all of these things in a menu that you can't see because of where my camera is. But if I were to click that, you could see that I'm in color, and now I can change the hue and the saturation, and it's not floating above anymore. That is really cool. That is a lot easier. Change the opacity. Or we could have done that from here, right? Yeah, color options, which would open this. So if I were to go here, go color options, it pops out. Yeah, that is really cool. And then I just noticed this little lightning bolt. If I click that, it's going to toggle a shortcut on the quick access menu, which I thought was this. But it's not that. So I wonder where the quick access menu is. Is it this? Nope. Open, save, new map. Export, importer there. Here's our fog of war. Wonder where the quick menu is. Oh, there we go. This is our quick access menu. So because I toggled it here, it's now got a little gray one off the end. So if I take that off, it's gone. So if you're doing a whole bunch of color, you can, boom, quick access instead of going into here. That's fun. All right. Seems a lot less intrusive, Lilandria says. Yeah, it does. Just not having that hand in the middle of the screen. So let's see the next thing they want us to look at. If I can find the... There we are. So they've chopped off the hand. Seems good. The wheel, but straightened out. So that's that floating menu that we're seeing above, with all of the with the colors there. The wheel was a much beloved feature that provided an easy way to manipulate content, but became too limiting for the raft of new features that we were bringing out. So now we have the quick access menu and a row of buttons. Yeah, and they're really responsive. They're quite good. Each button in the menu can be enabled and disabled and reordered to best fit your needs. Oh, I wonder how you reorder them. Well, it's not a click and drag. Is it in this? Oh, it is, I think. No, can be dropped on the Arkenbar. Ooh, look at that. So if I just drag one of the options from the left menu that you can't see, I can put it over here and bring it up again. So if I close color, boop, color comes up. So we can take that off, remove from the Arkenbar. So apparently there is a way to reorder this as well into what you prefer. Haven't figured that out yet. But that's okay. What else have we got? Widgets. Those users from the 0.3 days may remember the widgets of old. These were simple panels that could be turned on or off as needed that provided core functionality. After 2 years of 0.4, we've brought them back. So this is the map functions, fog of war, time of day, map levels, bookmarks, player screen, and ping that we see up in the top. These are their widgets. So yeah, easily usable. I can't right click on them, So I don't know how you actually change them. It might be in settings. If you'd like to learn more, we have a video available here. Layer stack. One of our most heavily requested features over the years has been a layer stack, the ability to see all content that's been placed on the map. We've held out in the past due to optimization limitations, but with our huge new toolkit optimizations, we've finally been able to add it in. So we go to layering and we go to layer stack, and we're going to see this. So layering, click layer stack, and now we have all of the things on the map. Wow. Oof. Oh, wow, and it draws a line to it. So on the terrain layer, we've got our cobblestone texture, yada, yada, yada. I wonder what if I click it, it shows where it is. Yeah, and highlights it. And then we got right there. It'd be really cool if you could, like, oh, there you go. Right click, move to this object. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So if I'm going through, oh, and it's searchable too. Absolutely, that's what you need. So like, I'm looking for this bagpipe. Oh, there it is. But we're gonna be like way over here looking at this, and I'm like, I know there was a bagpipe object. Okay, there it is. So I could, oh, so it's in my selection. Can I, oh, it's gone. So it's not like the hand anymore. You're not brushing with it. So it doesn't seem like I can like just drag and drop or do it. But if I right click on it, I can move to the object. And then we're like, bam, there's the bagpipe. Okay. Double click on it brings you to it as well. So if I delete and I were to say go to this box, double click on that box, and I found it. Love layer stacks. Can you hide a whole layer? Well, that's an interesting question. It does not seem like you could hide a whole layer. Show selected. Oh, you can click show selected content only? I don't know what that did. Oh, it just hides everything. Like, not on the map. It's just letting you zoom to it in the list. Hide lower levels. Darken lower levels. Upper levels cast shadows. You can turn that on and off. That's cool. Upper level partially visible. That's interesting. Only show terrain layer. Oh. Well, you can hide the object layer at least. So this is just the terrain layer. And then drop that back in and we get all the objects. Okay, what is our next new feature? We have a new effects system. Effects in 0.4.0 were a big hit. Really keen to expand it. The UI left a lot to be desired, so we've come up with a new system to make managing effects on your content a breeze. All effects active on an object will now show in a list. You can easily view and modify the properties of any effect, enable and disable, and remove them as needed. You may have noticed that we've added the ability to stack multiple of the same type of effect. So we can blink, line, scroll, pulse, light, flicker, light, blink, sound, trigger. So those are the new ones. So we're going to go to Customize and Effects, and we're going to do it. Let's go back to that fireplace I was looking at. See if we can add some cool things. So if we click on this, go to Customize and Effects. I'm going to add a blink effect and see. Oh, so it's blinking in and out, and I can change the speed of it. And then I can just easily delete that right there. That's cool. Okay. So we've got sound triggers, floats, pulse, rotates, rotate regular, rotate pivot, shake, light flicker, light blink. So it's a light flicker. It's on and off. It has no additional effect. So it's probably just for specific things. So let's, ooh, float. Oh, so I can change the direction. Change how far it's doing it. Change how long it takes to do it. Interesting. Oops. Hey, go back. Let's just do that. Alright. Oh. Might crash because it's trying to autosave. And it told me that autosave was disabled. Nah, it's working. Alright. Random benches just sitting out here. Did I not move those? Those effects are so cool, but would make my computer explode. So, I mean, oh, lighting. Light enabled. Oh, look at that. Cool. So now we're making this fountain produce light. There you go. We figured it out. So let's do that. Let's give it a nice shiny gold light. No, like a red light? Ooh, evil fountain. And then, ooh, you can have it emit darkness. Cool. Can make it have a drop shadow. Oh, that's nice. Then I'm going to go to effects, and I'm going to try and add the light blink. No? Okay. What if I had the light flicker? Yeah, it's flickering. Definitely is. If it makes light, can you make it flicker? There you go. We made it flicker. Just a little bit. Doesn't seem like I can change those the settings on the flicker very well. You can add additional. We don't want it to blink in and out though. Let's get rid of the blink. I wonder what pulse does. Whoa! I mean, alright. There you go. What is its night? Yeah, okay, so we could put it to nighttime. Look at that. Ooh, ominous. Yeah, you are absolutely right. The flicker is much more noticeable at nighttime. So again, this is a usable virtual tabletop. It is not just, you know, map banking, which is what I use it for. What is the next thing? So that's the new effects. There's an MP3 support system. You can finally import your own MP3 files into the toolkit. No more conversion to OGG or WAV. Cool. And then we're into the actual patch notes. So you can actually put in WebMs and MOVs. Accessibility's had some updates. Cartographer. Cool. So now the only question is, how do I do things? Where did all the stuff go? So if I hit assets, here we go. If I go to Arkenforge and I just want fantasy, we're going to go back to daytime. So I did see a video, one of their tutorial videos about doing this, and this is pretty cool. So we'll start with textures, and we'll go with just cobblestone. Nah, they did cobblestone. Let's do grass and foliage. So now if you click this, this is the new menu right here. So again, this is all in the left setup, and I can hit collapse, and it's going to give me even more space to work with, or we can have it out to see all of our menus. But before, we had that big window that was like right up in the middle. So we're going to go with grass. And you can see right here, you can set it as an object, and it's going to be huge because it's the entire texture of the grass object. But the automatic version, or the dirt, is tiling, just like that. We can also make lines. Apparently we can make a note of it. We can replace. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what replace does. And now I'm out of here. Give me this back. I don't want to replace. Tile. There we go. Oh, those were different types of tiles. So we can tile brush. Is that not working? Okay, so we want this one. We want oh, there's the tile brush. And then we can tile polygon. All right, maybe ease down on the cobblestone. Okay, I'm just gonna delete all this grass. And so there's like an automatic. So for textures, they're gonna come out as tiles. And then they also showed that when you went with lines, for example, walls, they automatically default to line. And then here are the line types: line straight, line polygon, line circle, line freeform. Also, I didn't realize this, and I use this so many times. But you can just hit add corners right here. And maybe that was on the hand menu before, maybe it wasn't, but that is what means when you do this. Oh no, I stopped it. Okay, add corners. Is it on the polygon? No, it's not on the polygon. It's on the straight. Holding control so that it snaps. Drawing. Drawing. There we go. And so it's melded them together into a corner. Whereas if we take off the add corners and we do it again, that's when, oh, yeah, see, these have a different sort of overlap right there, but then right here they're neat. So there's this little click menu right there. So that's cool. Then yeah, so all of those things are there, and then we've got, if we click on it, now we can get to the, you know, the things that we need to change. If we need to change the color options, change the brightness up right there, saturation and hue, can just change the colors, chroma key it. No, that's different than chroma keying. Chroma keying is getting rid of things. Sure, get rid of it all. But yeah, so the hand is gone, and it does that new thing. Oh no. I think that's about it for new features. The UI is definitely a lot easier to manage just with the stuff on the side. And then obviously, like if you're doing a whole bunch of color changes and you want your color menu up more quickly than doing this, it's great to just throw it here. And then what am I in? Yeah, I'm in color options. Quick access. Oh, that's interesting. I think that might have been a bug where it didn't actually pick up what I was looking for. There we go. There it is. Yeah. That's cool. And yeah, just like moving to the top of the layer, up and down one level, toggle group, a lot of things that are easier here. As long as you can find your assets. Which was where again? Map building. Assets. Also flat color. Hey, I found lights. So let's play some things. We've got placement options for candles, campfires, lanterns, torches, overhead lights, and generic lights. The strength of light can change based on the time of day settings. So if I were to just put a candle. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just putting a light source, not even an object anymore. So if I want a torch, cool. You can choose that it flinks, blinks, field of view. So if I want it just to be 180 because it's a fireplace. Yeah. Cool. Oh, look. It's even going around the object. You can just barely see that. See that? Wow. The walls are smart. The object is smart. That is pretty cool. I did not know that it was that smart. That's really fun. Okay. So let's make it just like a little bit redder. And then if I place it right there, rotate it, pull it back into the fireplace. There we go. We got a flickering fireplace light. Immersive AF. Yeah. And we've got it flickering. Can drop its radius down. What does that do? Oh, I placed another one. I want you. Okay. Nice. And then if we go to nighttime. Ooh, whoa. Oh, that's one of the coolest things yet. Let's give it a little bit more of an angle. Oh, I'm making a new one. I want to edit you. How do I edit your settings? Yeah, that's just creating a new one. So I wonder how we change this up. Ha! Little Andreas. Okay, that's game changing. Coffee. So much cooler than cobblestone. Transforms? No? Okay, so I am not certain how to edit this light. Did I stop my music by double clicking? Not certain. Oh, there's the music. How to edit this? Update type, dynamic, static, light quality, global, light source. Huh. So I'm in lighting right now. I'm not actually in. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, that's just the object, not the light itself. That's funny. So I need to go into assets again. No, lights again. And so if I want to create a new one, we just do that. Delete that one. And here's our. Oh, interesting, because it's a 240. So I want it down, like really narrow. And then place it like a torch. That's weird. So if I take the campfire, we've got it here. It's in my hand, I'm moving it around. I change it to a red, too red, a little more orangey. There we go. Ooh, and then I change its field of view. Drop that in. Then I rotate it. pull it back into the fireplace, like to there. A little too sharp. Pretty cool, though. But legit, I want to play on this map. It's got great appeal. Imagine a whole village map lit like this. Yeah, absolutely. And like walking around and checking stuff out. Be so cool. You move your character in. Anyways, let's get rid of that. Let's go back to daytime. I think that is all of the cool things that we're checking out right now. So yeah, initial thoughts, having not like made a map with it yet, I do enjoy the look and feel of the menu instead of the hand. It does feel a lot less obtrusive, and the fact that you can collapse all those out is super good. I definitely personally would put asset selection on my quick menu. But what does that even do? So if I just go here, it's just going to bring up, yeah. So basically for that, it's if this is closed, I can't like right click and get that menu. I have to click on something, which then will bring up my quick access menu. And then I can be like, nah, I want to be an asset selection. So that, you know, could be better. But I can drag and drop this to the Arken bar. Yeah, that's much easier. So for something like that, where you're not modifying an object, modifying the object, all of this is super good just to get to the color right here. But asset selection, much easier over on the Arken bar to just be like, yeah, I don't want to click into map building, then assets, and see my things. Oh, I must put out a flat color, of course. Lights, barriers. Barriers can block light, a variety of things, such as light or vision. Oh yeah, there you go. Just the... Ooh. Cool. Oh, we got an eyedropper as well. Ah, which lets you just grab, you know... Oh, actually that one I think I'm also going to throw on the Arken bar. To just be like, oh man, I need to get this. Boop. Got it back. Oh! There was one other feature that I really want to do, and it's the last feature I'm going to do before logging out. But we are going to get some objects. I'm going to show you something super cool. So we're going to go with creatures. I got creatures? Oh, yeah, okay. Carpets and rugs. Crystals. We want, you know, things that we're going to be... So, when we were doing the warehouse, we had all these lovely boxes. So let's use the eyedropper and go into these boxes. Oops. So that's just going to put it here, but it's not going to bring up all the other boxes. So we're going to go a different way. We're going to go here. We got all the boxes. So the way that we made this before was, here it is. This is the box that's there. And we could click Randomize Placement, and then we could put it into the brush. No, not the brush. Object, randomize, and we just kind of and it gave us all these little randomized things. Now, check this super cool feature out. We're gonna say, I like this box, this box, this box, this box, this box. Then I'm gonna go boop, 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 and it's going to give me a random one every time from my selections. Now, if I click Randomize Placement, that's probably going to get even cooler. It's a random one from your selections, rotated with its colors slightly changed. Alpha Friendly Collider, I wonder what that does. No idea. What are you? Randomization options. Ooh, so you can get the rotation change, scale, minimum, maximum, hue, saturation, and brightness. Yeah. Yeah, Lalandrius. Isn't that so cool? I love that. So, like, if we were to go into books, we need a bunch of books. So we're going to choose the Necronomicon, the Book of Ice, a Holy Book, and a Ripped Book. And we could just be like, burp, burp, burp. And it's going to give us a different one each time. So good. And then if I were to put it object, so object single, object tile, object brush, that's what we wanted. So we've got randomized placement. We're going to up the brush width. And now I can just be like, books. I can make my density bigger and my width smaller and be like, books. Specifically from the ones you chose. So if I just want a bunch of open books, go and let's put our brush density up super high. Open books. And they're all just a little bit random. Like, what a super user-friendly way to like make placing a bunch of random objects so much easier. All right. Well, that is all we're going to go through right now. I think this is a really cool update to the Master's Toolkit. I'm very excited to actually use it probably in 2 weeks' time. I may also at that point have something cool to talk about with Master's Toolkit. We'll see how that goes. But I suppose before I sign off, I'll take another lovely sip of tea. And take a look at, you know, what's going on in the world of Massive Damage Adventures and Skyhammer Press. What is the news? Here we go. Found the news. It's January 30th right now. That means you've got one more day to snag a whole bunch of excellent sales on the Roll20 marketplace. We are Roll20 ambassadors, so you know we like Roll20. It is a virtual tabletop that is in direct competition with the Master's Toolkit, so you know not too much on that. But if you like Roll20, they've got 30% off some Expanse stuff, 40% off the Cyberpunk Red book. And then sales on Pathfinder 2e, Fallout, Kids on Bikes, Scion Fate, Coyote and Crow, and Call of Cthulhu. Lots of really cool things. If you are looking for a new RPG for whatever reason, you know, the latest developments with OGL 1.0a, hey, it's staying, and the 5.1 SRD is in Creative Commons. That's cool. Maybe you still don't want to play Wizards of the Coast stuff, and that's cool. Check out some new games. If you go to my Twitter account at SkyhammerK, you can find a very, very long thread where I go through every single game we've played on the Massive Damage Adventures podcast with a direct link to the episode, and that's like 70 different games, only like 5 of which are D&D, and the rest are so much more. Our Cyberpunk Red Homestead podcast is nearing its finale, only 2 more episodes. So Friday's episode and then the following Friday's episode, and the campaign is done. If you want to check that out, it is on Massive Damage Campaigns on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your podcasts. Operation Vesta, my latest adventure for Achtung Cthulhu, is out in the Modiphius web store, so you can go and pick that up and play through a super cool pulp action Cthulhu adventure set in World War II. You go down to Argentina and fight some Nazis in the mountains and then get teleported very, very far away. Green Ronin Publishing has a super cool thing going right now. their 5th season RPG backer kit is up, and they are blowing through the stretch goals. They hit the GM screen, and they added another adventure to the GM kit recently. So 5th Age, based on the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. Excellent books, really cool sounding RPG. I got to take a look at the quick start a couple weeks ago early. If you go and back the Kickstarter or the backer kit right now, then you get a copy of the quick start immediately with pre-made characters and a really, really cool adventure to play through. That's about it. So see you next Monday for the 2nd episode of our 2nd season of Hellbreakers. And if you need to catch up, go to youtube.com/@SkyhammerPress and, watch our season 2 kickoff. That's it. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.
Just call me and we'll see.